Hi Libra, and welcome to your tarot love messages here. We're going to take a look at the messages coming in for you in relation to love, romance. As always, these messages are general, so please guys, just keep that in the back of your mind. If you are interested in a personalized tarot reading with myself, please feel free to reach out and inquire. I will list my email address just below the video here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give the cards a shuffle and see what's being predicted for you. So the reading here is intended for Libra Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, rising and those cross-watching as well. Okay, what's happening here? There is a lot of emotional cleansing or emotional purging that needs to take place with regards to the Star and the Tower card. Some of you are going through something very difficult, something very uncomfortable, a very challenging period with regards to your romantic prospect, your partner, or any relationships, current or future. And this is happening. The reason why it's uncomfortable is because it's here to do what it's here to do. It's got a mission, okay? And the mission is that there needs to be certain cleansing or certain purging, getting rid of certain people, getting rid of certain maybe mindsets or beliefs that hold you back, or certain energies that you simply outgrew, okay? For some of you, the message I get, Libra, is that you stop trying to shrink yourself, okay, to try and fit in to relationships or with people that you simply outgrew, okay? These people, you're too big for this. Some relationships, they're not big of a vessel to contain the love, the kindness, the respect and the maturity that you can bring to it. So it's not too big of a vessel, hence the overflowing, hence the influence of the Tower moment here. So what do I mean when I say this? I feel like some of you are going through a breakup, okay? Or some of you, like, you're in a relationship and there's so many inconsistencies, and though you've been fighting for it, okay, and though the two of you are two very different people and you're trying to make it work, it's just not happening. I feel like there are certain signs or synchronicities that the universe is trying to send you. Maybe it's trying to tell you to be patient. Maybe it's trying to tell you to don't try so hard, in a sense where, let it flow naturally and organically. Some of you, I feel like maybe you're trying to force fit, or like I've mentioned, for some of you, I get this notion that you're simply trying to shrink yourself for someone or for a relationship in which you simply outgrew, or you are outgrowing it. And I feel like the universe here, cosmos here, the spirit guides, they're trying to sort of show this to you. And some of you, I feel like, you're just not responsive to the messages. And what's happening is you're getting this Tower moment, or this Tower moment one after another. And it's the universe's way of trying to attempt to communicate with you and let you know that, the reason why this is falling apart is because it's collapsing here, okay? If the relationship was strong enough, or if this person's, emotions were strong enough, they would withstand these Tower moments. So, whilst you're under the influence of the Tower moment, anything that falls away here, whether it's relationships, certain romantic prospects, or even friends, the reason why, they're sort of fleeing the Tower, your Tower, so to speak, is because these people you outgrew them, okay? And they simply no longer serve a purpose in your life. There could also be the reason that the foundation, the foundation structure on which you sort of built that connection with them, that's a bit shaky, and that's questionable because, it simply has started to erode, or because it's not strong enough to withstand this Tower, this influence of Tower moments. So some of you, I feel like I'm seeing, and as uncomfortable as it is, let it do what it's here to do. And what is it here to do? It's here to challenge you, it's here to grow you, it's here to evolve you. So there's a need for you to sort of, you have to rid yourself of certain energies, or as I've said, you have to move on certain emotions, or you have to move on from certain relationships purely because it's not for you, okay? You outgrew them, and stop trying to shrink yourself to try and fit into this here. And for some of you, I feel like I'm also seeing that there is there's a lot of conflict here. Now, I don't know if the two, like you and your romantic prospect here, have been arguing a lot. I also feel like that's sort of highlighting something. I mean, you've got the lightning bolt here, you've got the star, and you've got the sun, which engulfs the moon, or is it the other way around? Notice how there's a lot of illumination. I feel like there are so many... What you're going through, you know, is a bit of a storm. Some of you are in the midst of it, some of you are coming out of it, some of you are just going into it. But you cannot avoid it. This storm, this breakup, this separation, or just this shaky, uncomfortable period where you don't know what's happening is... you can't avoid it, you can't go around it, you have to go through it because it's there to transform you. It's also there to illuminate things to you, which I feel like maybe under, you know, different set of circumstances you would not be able to see. Okay, so the whole notion of illumination here is really coming to light here. Pardon the pun. The other thing that I'm getting is, as I've mentioned, it's like the universe or cosmos here is trying to communicate with you. So it's trying to send certain people into, like, place certain people onto your path, or it's trying to take away certain people, you know, away from you. Okay, so, and it's doing that, and I'm seeing that it's also trying to communicate to you like certain symbols or synchronicities that I feel like some of you maybe are closed off to. Okay, sometimes we don't want to see things that are right there in front of us purely because we're scared of what that thing represents. Okay, so it's a way of trying to avoid it here. So some of you, I feel like there's certain darkness here, okay, that there's a light that needs to be shown onto a certain darkness. And for some of you, what this darkness is, a relationship is no longer working, it's coming to its expiration date, or there are certain issues, concerns, insecurities in the relationship. There's certain darkness about yourself here, or about the relationship, that's being illuminated to you, or it needs to be illuminated to you. So you yourself need to shine a light onto this darkness, or allow the universe to do that for you and actually respond. Okay, don't be so closed off, or don't be so like negative to not that you are, but make sure you are like being receptive here, because I feel like ultimately the tower, sorry, what's happening here, the storm that you're going through, it's not here to disrupt your path. It's not here to disrupt your relationships, or, you know, your connections with these people. Okay, that's not at all what it's here to do, though it may seem like that. But what it's here to do, it's here to clear your path. Okay, because I feel like a lot of you, there's a lot of cleansing that needs to happen. Okay, there's a little bit of decluttering, a little bit of cleansing, a little bit of purging that needs to happen. Okay, getting rid of certain people in your life because, you know, they just weigh you down, or, you know, there's just this constant negativity that they bring into your life, or, you know, this person has simply you simply outgrew this person. Okay, and it's time to leave them behind. Or it could be, like I said, you know, it could also be like negative beliefs and negative mindsets here, because you do have a lot of mental energy here. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's time to clean out your closet here. It's time to declutter. It's time to do some cleansing and some purging. And you know what it is that you have to get rid of. You know, there are certain relationships that they need to be left behind, or certain people that you need to leave behind purely because they're not going where you're going. Okay, and if you stay with them, Libra, and this is important, they're only going to hold you back. They're only going to weigh you down. They're only going to set you back. And you know this, and it may be uncomfortable to hear, okay? And some of you may not be, you know, maybe willfully ignoring it, but I feel like you need to hear it, because there's so much illumination that's happening in your life right now. Respond to it, guys. Respond to it, because I feel like the Tower moment, it's truly a blessing in disguise. You may not see it now, but trust me, you'll look back on it and you will see it. In hindsight, it'll all make sense. It will. Okay, guys, and these are your messages. Thank you as always for watching and listening. Please show your support. I will be sharing with you more tarot love messages throughout the week, so stay tuned. Bye for now.